So I'm getting ready to show you something just from a simple standing position with your arms folded, looking like you're comfortable and unthreatening and unaware, but you are aware. It's a way to kind of play with somebody's mind and thinking they have the upper hand when you really have the upper hand, because you are planning ahead. You're anticipating somebody meaning you harm. So standing with your arms crossed is making it look like you're very unaware and you are not a threat, when in actuality you're ready to explode into full out caveman, cavewoman, ready to grab somebody by the head and drag them, whatever you have to do to survive. So what I'm getting ready to show you is just standing with your arms crossed and just giving you a little taste of how you can explode from arms crossed position into full-on attack. And this is something that you couldn't use in UFC, or if you're in some type of competition. This is about the element of surprise. When you're standing like this, trying to make it look like you're unaware, is all about the element of surprise. The element of surprise would give you the upper hand in most cases. Nothing is 100%, but it definitely increases your chances of coming out with your life in place, and reducing the chances of being sexually assaulted or seriously hurt. So check it out. So right here I have my dominant hand tucked under my armpit on my ribs. My guard hand is right here. See? It's like I'm giving myself a hug. And I'm just like this right here. This appears non-threatening. And it's just a comfortable stance. You know how a lot of people like to fold their hands and stand like that? Well, here's the thing. You don't want to lock your hands in right here, unless you train for that. If you train for movements like that. But this is a little bit harder to maneuver, to react to someone attacking you with your hands locked. As a matter of fact, someone who's trained in the martial arts can actually pin your hands to your body if they catch you like this right here. It's easy to pin the hands to the body, but right here, you're free. You're free. See, this is free. Now, the purpose for this, yeah, it's non-threatening. Strike. The quickest points from A to B is straight, not going around or going around that way or going over or under, but straight. So the quickest way to hit from here to you, the attacker, that would be straight here to there. No chambering. This is chambering. You know, drawing back. Pow! Drawing back. That telegraphs everything that you're getting ready to do, and it's letting the person that you're punching have time to contemplate on how to maneuver and counteract or counterpunch. So no chamber. There's times for chambering, but this is not one. This is straight from A to B. Now, what about this hand here? See that? Just like that. So, let's say you're just standing talking, and someone is yap, 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 yap. And they seem like they are a threat. You don't know what they're going to do. But they're saying all kinds of things. In today's age, you can't put anything. Expect the worst. If somebody says they're going to do something, expect that they're going to do it. Expect it. I'm going to kill you, you so-and-so. That's the first move. You've already attacked. When you threaten to kill me, threaten to cause me bodily harm or whatever. That was the first move. That was actually the first blow. It wasn't a physical hit, but your threat is a physical threat. So to me, in our training, that's equivalent to a physical hit when you threaten me. And when you compound that with you being within, see right here, I'm out of the camera, but you see the tip of my fingers. If you are this close to me where I could touch you, that's too close, because you can do me bodily harm if you're that close. Now, if you're even closer, if you're within my arm, you better do something, because somebody just said they was getting ready to cause you bodily harm. So you're right here, they're within reach, and they're yapping, and then I may say something back, you know, blah, blah, just like that. I don't know if you've seen that, but that was a double hit. I'll slow it down. All I did was here, here, and back here. You know, that can be turned into a that was 3 hits. I don't know if you've seen it, but I'll slow it down. And it's just coming from here to here, not going around, no haymakers, none of that, straight, right? Without telegraphing. All I did was that. While the miles are running, my hands are flying. Just like this right here. Just like that. 3, that's it, that's it. You know, when you're talking and expressing whatever you're trying to get off your chest, and you got a back and forth going on, right? It's really easy to, did you see that? I don't know if you did. It was really easy. All I did was punch. This time I went up. I went up. Like that. That's it. So sometimes you don't have to be the fastest person. You just have to be the first person. And when you use efficiency, when you're efficient, when I say the first person, basically, usually the person who throws the first slick is usually the one who's going to come out on top. Usually, not always. And if you are efficient with your motions, sometimes it's perceived speed. You can look faster than what you actually are. It's because you've learned to use the motion versus other people who have not learned to use the motions to increase the perception of speed. You need to increase your speed, but you also need to master motion, which makes you look faster than what you are. It's almost like you're playing this game. Somebody's got their hand on top of yours and you moving it out the way. Watch. So just in case, I can grab their arm or whatever they're using to throw at me and bring them in to an elbow or something. Kung Fu and karate, you see this. You see this. Right? Hands out. Sometimes like that. What you're doing is showing respect. You're also showing both your hands that you're not concealing any weapons. So here, if I have my hands crossed and I don't have a weapon in my hand, this is the way I want my arms crossed if I'm just standing. If you're one of those type of people that like to, you know, you're looking for a comfortable stance, you know, cross your arms. What you don't want to do is this. See how I have my hands locked? My hands are locked in here. Now, you can train for this position and make it effective. Block. So I can chamber and I can load up if you want to load up. That's something else. Some strikes you don't have to load up for. Some strikes you do. You need to train for both. You need to learn how to load up, meaning that you're going to chamber so you can deliver. Or, again, from A to B. Come from the body into a strike. Now, let's say somebody is throwing some type of punch at my face. Let's say they coming in with a, with a bolo, a haymaker. And let's say they're coming from this side, right? And I'm standing like this. This hand here, if I want to go from A to B, fastest way possible, from 0 to 60, I'm coming out like this right here. Like that. Block, strike, back. Here. All that was I block or deflect, while this one is also traveling out using my knuckles, my backhand, to strike. Now imagine the punch that's coming out me is going to connect with my arm here, while this one here is going to connect with whatever target I'm looking at, right? Let's say I'm going at the bridge, I'm going at the nose, right here. Now, this arm that I'm blocking with, blocking his arm or her arm, not a her, the attacker's arm, let's put it that way. So from here, strike. Now, for this to happen, they have to be close quarter. If they are mid-range or long range, that's not going to work. They have to be close enough for you to be able to put your arm out and touch them. Close quarter. That's the uncomfortable range for a lot of people. So from here, block, simultaneously strike. Now, as I'm blocking or deflecting, I don't want to lose contact with the attacker's arm and my arm, because now I'm going to shift a little bit right here so you can see. As I'm striking, I'm also parrying or rolling their arm right here. I'm getting off the camera so you can see this arm here. This arm here is blocking their arm, but also grabbing. As I block, I grab. So after this strike here, and I grab their arm, I can come under their arm and make the elbow bend in the direction that it's not supposed to. That's, if you are on the ground and you're grappling, it's called an arm bar, right? Snapping it. You're going to snap the arm. You're taking that whole side away from them. Strike, block, break. So now, with this strike, that's going to make them go back a little bit. But I'm going to direct their energy. I don't want them to go back from me. I want to keep them close. So as I'm grabbing their arm, instead of me hitting them and they're going back, I'm going to grab their arm, pull them in even closer so I can get a good break. Right? So at this point, I pulled them. Now they're right here. Instead of right here, now the person is right here. So I can break. Now from here, I can choose to jab, but I would rather from here, elbow right there. It's going to be a harder impact with the elbow. And I'll start it from here. Standing comfortably, arms crossed. You know, you're not a threat. But all of a sudden, going at it slow. Pow. Right here. Elbow. As I'm elbowing, as I'm goosenecking the arm to control them, to break. Now I'm going to let that arm go, grab the back of the head, because they're close enough to me. And now I'm interested in force upon force. I'm going to pull the head in to my elbow as my elbow is going out. And it's going to be like that, right? And there's some other things on there you could do. Okay, so I'm back. I'm in the same position, right? I'm still relaxed. I look the same as I did in the first two videos, right? So, somebody's in front of me again. Yap, 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 want, want, blah, blah, blah. But now, this person aggresses towards me. This hand, again, the same exact motion. I block and strike. And strike. Did you know I was holding a weapon this long? So what's going on with all the videos right now? I've been teaching martial arts for a long time. I've been a student for a long time, but I have quite a number of years under my belt as an instructor, assistant instructor, and so forth. And also as a massage therapist, and being the head therapist for the Charlotte Checkers hockey team, the entertainers, people in showbiz that I work with, from Beyonce's group to the Ringling Brothers Circus, So You Think You Can Dance, American Idol. Whenever they would come to Charlotte, I had an agent that would book them with me if I was available. So, you know, it worked out pretty good. Part of the deal was, part of the agreement, I couldn't take pictures with anyone to use it for promotion. So it is what it is. And now I'm at a stage where I want to share some of the stuff that I've learned. I'm still learning. You know, you never stop learning. It's always a learning. There's always opportunities to learn. Somebody say that they know everything and, oh, I can't learn anything else because I know it all. That's somebody you probably need to turn around and run away from. Because as long as life goes on, there's always something to learn. So with that being said, there are certain things that I gravitate towards within the martial arts community, which is close quarter combat. You know, I study mid-range, long range, and close quarter. I just happen to like close quarter because it's the most uncomfortable range. You know, people feel uncomfortable when you invade their space. So you need to, you know, as a close quarter combat fighter, one of the things that you train for is to feel comfortable face to face with someone in each other's space, because that's when you can do the most damage. Last one for you. This will be the last one for the day. I'm relaxed again, right? Now, this here is going to be a little bit more fluid. And I'm going to go slow. Somebody's still approaching. And they are taking a swing. Now, I'm blocking. But this time, I catch the arm, slicing the arm up, slicing the arm down, coming across the body, and right here. With a knife, depending on the size, you can do wonders. So, catch the arm, up, up, up. You can do wonders, but still, you cannot tell that I'm standing here fully loaded. And when you come in and you aggress towards me, catch, strike. So in self-defense, time is very important. Seconds matter, because it comes down to a fraction of a second that can save your life or can turn a possibly deadly situation for you into a victorious situation where you're not being murdered or killed, and you're reducing the chances of that by fractions of seconds. A person who gets the first opportunity to attack usually comes out on top. So you always want to learn how to read people. You want to learn how to see signs. You want to listen to your second brain, which is in your gut. They call it a gut feeling. You want to tap into all of those innate abilities that you were born with to protect your life, to protect the lives of your children, to protect your family members. Because there's people out here that mean us harm. I mean, every day somebody is being killed by somebody. Someone is out here killing. So yeah, there's evil people in the world. But if you know, there's something about that. There's something called duality. If you have evil people, then you better believe you have good people. However, if you have good people, you better believe you have evil people. These evil people will kill you without a second thought. They will rape you. They will rape your daughters. They will rape babies, kill them, mutilate, decapitate, eat. The things, the horrors that you see in sci-fi movies of monsters, we live with monsters every day. Just turn on the news and you will see a monstrous act taking place. We have something called missing and murdered indigenous women for a reason. They're going missing because somebody is making them go missing. They're not just running away. Sometimes they do run away and then they run into a monster. You need to learn how to protect yourself. If you're at home and someone has broken into your house, what would you do? How would you go about clearing your house and eliminating the threat? What would you do? Do you have things already in place, set up? Do you have a plan? If you don't, then you are already behind. It's only a matter of time before someone watching this will encounter someone aggressing towards them in some shape, form, or fashion. It happens all the time. And as soon as you say, well, that won't happen to me, don't say that, because you never know. We don't write the script of life. Shit happens. That's what one of my teachers in Kenzanichi Karate told me. You got to be aware that you know your house better than anyone. So it's always a good plan to have things in certain areas that you can get to, weapons that you can use to protect yourself. And it's a good idea to have your keys with your panic button on your keychain next to your bed. You know, because neighbors will hear that. Someone outside is going to hear that horn or security alarm going off on your car. Third thing, if someone is in your house, don't try to look for them. Let them find you. Seriously, don't try to find them. Let them find you. You know, it's called sit and wait. A lot of people in the movies, they always show the person going to look for the intruder. No, you should have a safe spot where you can sit, let the bait come to you. You know, not the bait, let the prey come to you. See, they think that you are the prey and they are the predators. No, you're the predator. They're the prey. They just broke into a predator's house. That's the mindset you need to have. And you already have a safe spot because you already planned for things like this. So you have your weapon, whether it's hopefully you've gone through firearm trainings and you have a firearm, whether it's a pistol or a rifle. You have a safe spot in your house. And now the threat comes to you. By the time the threat sees you, their so-called threat sees you, it's too late for them. Bang, bang. Just saying, you got to have a plan. Got some more information for you coming soon. So the main reason for talking about the all the gore and everything is because it's a reality. People are getting hurt every day. You need to learn how to protect yourself. You need to learn, you know, basic things to protect yourselves. Any type of training when it comes to self-defense is definitely helpful. It's better than not getting the training. And I'm going to show you a lot of subtle things that's really hard to just speak about it and describe. And I feel it's very helpful, especially when someone is in what I call the red zone, where you can touch them that close to you. So you need to learn about that stuff. Yeah, we live with monsters, but like I said, good people and bad people exist. You have to be prepared for the bad people that are out there. The thing about it, bad people are always prepared for you, but good people are never prepared for the bad folks. Bad people prey on unconscious or unaware people. For example, you're coming out of Walmart or some grocery store or whatever, any kind of store, and you're looking down at your cell phone and you're walking to your car, right? So you're unaware of your surroundings. And if you're walking to your car, it's a good idea to have your keys in a certain position where you can actually use your keys as a weapon. You know, keys are a good weapon. Be aware of who you park next to, vans and whatnot, what type of vans to look for. Abduction is a big thing. It's big business, abduction, especially if you are a young woman. If you look like you're somebody that can make them some money, you know, abduction and slavery is big business today. You know, my research showed me that Charlotte, because the interstate that's running through there, you know, people are being shipped through Charlotte to Atlanta to Florida, and from there, you know, you're hitting the waters and you're going across seas somewhere. Or domestically, you're being used for some type of labor or sex slave here in the United States. So it's big. It's a big thing. Missing and murdered women is huge here. There's a good reason why you find the missing and murdered indigenous women movement taking place, and people take that very serious because it's a serious thing. It's happening. You turn on the news, you see it all the time. When it comes to indigenous folks, though, it's usually underreported. So I'm telling you straight, it's huge. It's a big thing here. So you need to be aware. And self-defense is not just for indigenous people. It's if you're a woman, hell, if you're a man, but right now I'm specifically talking to the ladies, you need to know how to protect yourself. You usually find yourself on the floor. How are you going to get up off the floor if somebody's trying to pin you down? You have to know little things like that, trying to prevent yourself from being on the floor. But if you're on the floor, how to get up. You need to learn defensive stuff to get up off the floor. If you're on your back, you know. So I'm going to be sharing more information as we're putting the class together, so stay tuned.